Okay, hello. I'm back. I'm doing a Billy Idol date of interest, video. Um, yeah, I know I've gone down that avenue with Madonna as well, but the date of interest is coming up tomorrow. Actually, it's 3/8 today. It's the 8th of March, and tomorrow's the 9th, and I'm going to show you a number jump that ties in nicely with Billy Idol, because the important thing about Billy Idol is not only has he got a lot of encoded stuff in his songs, um, but I mean, I don't really want to go. I've covered most of his stuff on very old decodes of mine, so I don't really want to go into trying to decode the whole of Billy Idol. But you know, the eyes without a face thing that we just had with the mask, um, and now this thing with the white wedding, okay, and this important number that is in the chart of Lorraine. Okay, that's my decode chart for new people, which I'll come on to in a minute. But that number 29, okay, super important. Okay, and the big white wedding, of course, was 7/29, which was Diana and Charles. Okay, that was the super big white wedding. But there's another day in the year that references a white wedding. And I've talked about it before, but it's coming up, and it's Mario Day, which is the 10th of March. Okay, if you just take the 10th of March and take the first three letters of March, MAR, and then you have the 10, which gives you take that 1 from the 10, makes marry, and then you have the O, marry the O, and the O is the fiction. So we've got a lot of interesting stuff with Billy Idol. Of course, I'm on White Wedding here, and we'll probably have a quick look at it in a minute. But you know, the thing that he really represents, that's at the heart of all this decoding for the Hoover Dam and actually 9/11 as well, which is also in this thing, is the dollar bill. Okay, that is the let's go to paint. I've got the dollar bill up. Is this thing here. Okay, now if I was to go to, let me just let's go to brushes here a minute. Let's get something going. Let me explain why he's a reference to this, because you may or may not have seen previous videos of mine, and I've talked about it before, but let me just go back over it. Okay, this is the $1 bill. Yeah, this is the bill. Okay, oh my goodness. So this is the bill here. Okay, now this is the 1. Okay, and this is let's abbreviate dollar here, DOL. Okay, now do you see how I'm getting Billy Idol from this? Okay, all we have to do is put a Y on here, Billy Idol. Okay, I can't explain it much more simpler than that, but his name is the dollar bill, his stage name. Okay, so with that being said, and where I want to go with this is an interesting number jump. Okay, before I get bogged down with like talking about Billy Idol and White Wedding and everything, let me actually, before I do that, let's explain the March 10th date. Okay, now of course in the dollar bill, the 14th, 314 is referenced a ton. Pi is referenced in here. Okay, and so we do have that date coming up, 314. Okay, and it's pretty close to this date here as well, which is 310. Okay, now that 310 date, actually, funnily enough, we had that set of numbers in the John Wick stuff that I was just talking about. The 30th of January, that set of numbers as well. So we have some interesting stuff, because the pi is the dam. Okay, the dam is the pi, and marrying the O, obviously Billy Idol has that song White Wedding, which is all about rebirth and starting over afresh with the matrix, okay? Marrying the O, going back into the matrix, if you like, when you remarry the O, okay? But let's do the old Mario thing here. So we take March the 10th, okay? So 1, and then I'm going to put the O over here, and of course it's Mario Day, and the two plumbers, okay? But this is also Mary and O, or marry the O, okay? And the O is that place we've got to come out of, this thing right here, okay? The Vesica Pisces got to come out of there. Right now, Washington's inside the dam, okay? Got to come out, probably head first, okay? So marrying the O, which is significant because of White Wedding. White Wedding is one of his better songs, and the White Wedding, of course, which I just said, is 7/29. Okay, the date that is encoded in here is 1/29, and I believe actually what they're actually getting at is actually 11/29. Okay, because 11/29. I don't know how to say this without being completely nuts. There's so much background on this. In fact, I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to leave it for now. But 11/29, super important date. As I was saying, his birthday actually ends up being 11/30. Okay. Again with the marrying the O. Okay, those same numbers in there, and of course the 13. We went through this the other day as well, with the 13 becoming the reverse of that, the 31, which is again being inside the matrix. The reverse of M, Mary, okay, is the 31, and then of course you get that number 131, okay, which is maybe a representation of the being inside the matrix, okay. Halloween. The number of the train on Back to the Future that gets destroyed, the Black Pearl going over into the ravine there. But again, actually, his birthday is 31 days left in the year. Again, interesting. But anyway, let me show you this number jump before I get too bogged down. I will say one thing: this 1130 is encoded in here. Okay, it's in an older decode. Basically, there's some number jumps within the dollar bill, and 1130 is one of those number jumps. 1130 is the Great Scott. Okay, it is the cross of St. Andrew, the Great Scott, which is representing the metaphysical side of reality. Okay, and so if we go back to my, I think I'm done with this now. If I was to go back to the chart of Lorraine, you know, this will show you, you know, that thing, that Great Scott cross is right in here. The reason why we pick it out right there is basically because this is the metaphysical cross, okay, and it's coming on this diagonal, and the center of it is going to, of course, be 11. So we have that reference with Billy Idol, okay, and here's the 1129 that I was just going on about that I didn't really want to try and explain. But this is almost 1129 is almost an 1111 reference as well, because of course this reduces back down to an 11. More dates that are in the dollar bill basically. But let me show you this number jump, because this is really why I was doing the video, because there's an interesting number jump in relation to the dollar bill, because 100 cents, 100 pennies, 100 cents in a dollar bill. Okay, and here's Billy Idol's birthday, and if we go 100 days, we're at the 9th of March, which is tomorrow. Okay, barely. So it would be an interesting date for maybe something to happen, some kind of reference with Billy Idol. I don't know. I don't really know. He's already had a motorcycle crash when he was younger, so I don't know what it would necessarily be. In fact, I think that's a 26 reference on the motorcycle crash, but getting sidetracked. I don't know what the reference would be. It would be a bit harsh if he was going to croak it, but yeah, I mean, it would be an interesting day. And I will show you a couple other things like his gematria. If we look at his gematria, his full name, actually if we do this, his full name has the 111 in it, the triple, the 3 towers, and we do have a 5-9. Okay, I know we got to fudge it, we got this one in with it, but the 5-9 of the potential Hoover Dam thing to happen. If we look at some of the dollar bill stuff as well, so here's Billy Idol, his stage name. Again, here's the 100-day jump, which is very super. I mean, that is super interesting that the 100 fits in with the idea of this being a representation of the dollar bill. Okay, we got the 143, 1943 Dam Busters, the 5-3. We just had I just talked about the 5-3 with Madonna, with her brother Anthony. So we've got lots of interesting synchronicities here. Actually, what I've got down the bottom here is I've got some stuff with Zach on Gematria Effect News was just doing a thing on the flood, which was interesting. I've never really done any gematria on the flood or inundation or the deluge, so I put those things in. And of course, flood is 83, which is the 3-8. That is 83 is the year that the Hoover Dam spillways, where the dam was full and water flowed over the dam. Okay, an important reference, I think. And again, inundation 5-9. Okay, those are the 3. I mean, of course, you can do some different variations of those, but those are the 3 words that I would probably use to describe some kind of a flood, you know. So we've got the 59 there, and we've also got the 49 of Easter this year as well, and also 7 sevens, which again ties back with Billy Idol, with Steve Stevens, his co-partner for a while there. What else do I want to say? Yeah, we got the just his first and last name. We got the 911. Some interesting stuff. Anyway, what I want to do is, what do I want to do? Of course, there's his motorcycle crash, 2-6. We got the 3-7 for God Here with the Buck. I mean, I don't really want to spend too long on this. This was just going to be a quickie. But it was really to highlight the idea of 3-9 going into 3-10 and marrying the O day. Okay, and the numbers of his birthday again are the following day, the 11-30 and the 10-3, sort of repeated numbers. Anyway, I've got White Wedding up. This thing's loaded. I don't know if anybody's ever seen my videos on this. You know, she rocks up in the Rolls Royce, of course, You know, the Rolls Royce representing the fiction before it's corrupted, I guess. That's a silver ghost. And he rocks up on the motorbike. And he does do some rebirth stuff in it. I mean, the start of this is where he's removing the black pearl. So there's a rebirth thing coming out from behind the moon. What else we got? We've got her on the gurney like she's about maybe giving birth, you know. Or the other way around, she's about to die because he's being reborn. You know, you can wangle this stuff all around quite a few different ways. He puts the old, I don't know if I can get a shot of it. He puts the old crown of thorns around her finger here, scratches up her finger. Okay, so the corona's going back over her finger. I don't know, returning it back where it belongs. Some color changes, some interesting stuff. I mean, you know, here he's being reborn through the stained glass window here, through the glass window, through the arch. Kind of looks like water splashing through there as well. There's several other videos where he's got little rebirth scenes as well. Here we got, you can't make it out probably, but it says Vegas on the Las Vegas on his guitar. So of course the Hoover Dam just down the road from Las Vegas. And you know, I've said that may be the ritual where people are leaving the desert, mass exodus, sort of biblical style stuff, through the valley of the shadow of death, Death Valley, back up to the and again, look at him. He's remarried the or whatever, and now look at her. She's, I don't know, dead again. Definitely under control anyway. But yeah, you know, through Death Valley to the Golden Gate. You know, what? Okay, so I've pretty much covered all that rubbish. We can go back to, we'll go back to his age. Oh yeah, we could also notice he's born 1955. Super interesting as well. And his age is 67. So let's go to the chart of Lorraine. Let me show you some stuff. If we look at 310, okay, here and here, we can come down and we have a number here that's to do with completion. Okay, the 57, definitely to do with completion. And 157 is also half of pi, so this is almost like one half, I don't know, one half of pi, the one half of pi for completion. I don't know how to explain it. It's like being married. You have one half and another half, so you have those two halves for the thing to be completed, if you like. You've got to have the two towers back again for the thing to be completed. I don't know if that makes sense. But anyway, you know, this is what we're trying to do here. We're trying to get back to this 5 and the 7 is a reference to 1129 again. Okay, kind of a bit wiffly waffly tonight, a bit more than normal, shall I say? But what? Oh, that was it. 3-9. So anyway, let's go to 3-9, which of course is the day of interest. And also what that means is also with the 100-day jump to here, you know, if this is 100 days, okay, then this makes this 101. Yeah, another reference back to the dam. And of course 1010 with our Sator table, but 1010 forwards and reverse here, 101, which again, super interesting with that table again. I don't know if I ever said that with the 101 and the 1010 being a reference back maybe to the Hoover Dam as well. But yeah, that would make marrying the O the next day. You'd almost expect something to occur around midnight. But anyway, 39. Let's look at 39, and we've got 97 on the surface. Nothing really that interesting. It is interesting that this number here, that's above that, is the same set of numbers again. And why that's kind of interesting is because we've been dealing a lot with this and a lot with this number here. And in fact, 1, 2, 3. Hang on a minute before I lose where I'm at. Let's go to White Wedding on here. 1, 2, 3 is the release date of White Wedding. Okay, and also we got the 412 number in here for the length, and we've also got a 330 length as well, which is we got the 33 of Christ being resurrected again, and the sun and the moon come back in balance every 33 years, and 412 Queen Elizabeth's birthday. It's also the eve, as explained in the last video, it's the eve of Christmas. 124. It's actually also another interesting thing. Let me go back to the table here, and I'll explain that in a minute, because no. What do I want to say? I can't remember what I was going to say now. Oh yeah, that number here, 214, cross references back to this number. Blimmin' hell, we're all over the place here. And that number there, of course, 214, Queen's birthday, and that number there re-references back to the orbit of, or cycle of, Pluto, which we just had a completion of that last year. And it also references back to American Pi, which has a total. Like I said, all these numbers in here have a counterpart number, which is a total number, and it ends up being one digit less than this number. So 842 would be the counterpart number to this number. Okay, I want to get rid of some of this stuff because it's looking way too complicated. So yeah, 842. So 842 is the length of Don McLean's Bye Bye Miss American Pie. Okay, super important, because of course the reference back with Eve, the condensed version 124 of Christmas Eve, and also the Queen's birthday. Okay, which again turns out to be the counterpart date to 9/11. Oh, blimmin' hell. So that is important there, right? What else did I want to say? Did I say that this is interesting? Well, so we got to this point here with the 39, okay? Until I got sidetracked. And that's 76 or 97, where the 6 is the 9, etc. The reason why I'm looking at this here, this 76, is because of this reference with the song, and because this is, what we're dealing with right here is these are all rebirth numbers. I mean, everything in this table is just folding back in on itself. And so here with this, and this 139 at the bottom here now, I'm thinking, well, this is looking interesting. And also the 139 here for completion with the 7 column as well. The 97 and the 76, he is 67 this year. 67 years old. Okay, that's what I was trying to get to. And I know that's kind of all convoluted and everything, but Blooming hell. Excuse me. It is interesting. I don't really know what else to say. The 139, you know, where is it showing up? I know we've got that extra 1 in there, but it's such a significant number. It's also the counterpart to this number, really, 139. They're pretty much the same idea, these two numbers. The only reason why there's a difference in these two numbers here, you know, these two totals added up separately rather than the whole column, is simply because this number line messes stuff up for the way this adds up. I don't know if that makes sense or not to people. Complete waffle, but the 139, that also shows up right here as well, which is part of this thing. Kind of interesting as well. And again, his age is right here as well. So I don't know. You know, it's kind of like, is there something interesting to it? I don't know. That's the answer to that. I honestly don't know. What else to say? I'm going to leave it there, I think. Again, born 55. You know, we're looking at completion. I don't know what else to say. Well, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed that one. Just some interesting stuff with Billy Idol. I don't think that the problem is people pick up on these videos and they probably haven't seen a lot of my earlier bits and bobs of decodes. I don't know. It makes it difficult to, of course I'm saying stuff and I'm assuming everybody's seen those references already, maybe, or what have you. So, I don't know. Marry the O. Nice day for a white wedding. Something with Billy Idol maybe tomorrow. A slight reference. Anyway, I'll catch you on the next one. Alright, cheers. Bye.